You're such an embarrassment to the family. Get out right now and don't come back.
Wait a sec. Give me one more chance. I promise I'll pass next time.
Our family has never failed an exam before. You are the first one who didn't get into medical school on the first try. It has been ages since I felt this humiliated. Do you know how much money we spent on you?
I'm really sorry about that, but...
Oh, stop making excuses. The medical field is always a one-shot deal. I have always told you that.
I thought I understood that.
You've lost your last chance. We can't keep someone like you in this house. We don't have time to raise losers. Get out.
You really mean that? I'm your daughter. That's so cruel.
One daughter. Anna is enough for me. Learn from her. She passed with top grades on the first try. She's always been hardworking, unlike you.
I know she's amazing, but I tried my best too.
Whatever, we don't need you. Pack your things when you come back home and leave. Your sister will focus better without you around. You just drag everyone down.
Fine, I'll leave. So, we're done as a family?
Obviously. I never want to see you again. Enjoy your failed life. Goodbye.
Is that what a mother says to her daughter? You're awful.
You really got kicked out?
Yeah! Finally, I'm free. It sucked not getting into med school. But I'll take it if it means I don't have to deal with Mom anymore.
Lucky you. I want to get out of here too.
When are you planning to move out?
Trying to save up and live on my own. But school's so busy. It's tough.
Yeah, med school's intense. Can't you ask Mom and Dad for help?
They're against me moving out. I'm not listening to them. But I doubt they'll help.
I'm not the favorite, so it was easy to leave. Mom even kicked me out.
Don't sweat it. Being the perfect daughter is stressful too. You're still going for med school, right?
Yep. I'm gonna try again on my own.
Your life's just starting. Almost everyone fails med school once. I got in on the first try. But maybe I'm just a genius.
Wow. That's so mean.
Don't forget, this meanie is your only ally. Let me know when you find a place. I'll come visit.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't do anything to be thanked for. I'm working hard to move out too.
Yeah, I'm cheering for you.
Hey, what are you doing here? You failed med school and got kicked out of the family. So why are you crashing Anna's wedding?
Wow, you remember me. That's surprising.
Of course I do. You're the scruffiest person here. No one else could look this shabby. Only you, the daughter I disowned, can pull it off.
Even after 10 years, you're still the same. People don't change easily, huh? It's sad, really.
You still reek of failure just like 10 years ago. How did you even sneak in here? This is Anna's wedding. You, the disowned daughter, don't belong here.
I was officially invited. What's wrong with me being here?
Oh, stop lying. No one would invite you. Do you even know who she's marrying?
Not really. Who is it?
He's the son of the director at the biggest university hospital in town. A promising young doctor. Impressive, right?
That's cool, but so what?
So, a lot of important people from that circle are here. I told you 10 years ago, someone like you affects everyone negatively.
So you're telling me to leave? Hate to break it to you, but I was officially invited. Like I said, I checked in at the reception, so I have every right to be here.
If you keep this up, I'll call security. I'll tell them there's an intruder sneaking into the wedding.
Go ahead, call them. But are you sure? Causing a scene here would bother the groom's family and guests. But what do I know, right? I'm a loser, right?
You're really infuriating. The only one causing trouble is you sneaking in.
Whatever. I'll stay out of the way, so don't worry. Let's just not bother each other. It's better for both of us.
You're so arrogant for a loser.
I don't care what you say.
Your dad and I have always been fed up with you. Don't make us more miserable. And don't ruin this for Anna.
You cut ties with me, so we're basically strangers. Why are you even talking to me? Just leave me alone. I am here and not going anywhere.
We're an elite family. You're nothing. If you're upset, you should have worked harder and gotten into med school. What do you do now? A temp job?
You don't know anything, do you?
Huh?
Well, it's been 10 years, so I guess that's understandable. I thought maybe Anna told you something, but I guess not.
Oh, what are you talking about? What don't I know?
I'm married.
Huh? So what? You probably married a loser. Is he here with you?
Of course. We were both invited.
No way anyone invited your husband. Poor thing, you've lost it.
Then let me introduce you to my husband. I'll send him over to you.
No need. Wait. What is going on? Your husband is...
Yep. I'm married to the groom's brother. That's why I said I was officially invited.
I don't know anything about this. You're just bluffing. There's no way I wouldn't know.
He's been working at a hospital overseas for a while. Even Mom is meeting him for the first time at this wedding. And I try to keep it from you as much as possible. So it's not surprising you didn't know.
Kept it from me? Why would you do that?
I don't want anything to do with you. I hoped I'd never have to see you again. But when I heard my husband's brother was marrying your daughter, I was shocked.
So it's a complete coincidence?
Yep.
I can't believe the groom's brother's wife is you. So you're giving a speech today?
So you knew that. Yeah, I'm giving a speech today. After all, I'm both the groom's sister-in-law and the bride's sister.
I need to wrap my head around this. Did Anna know about this?
Of course. She knew from the start.
From the start? But you were kicked out of the family. How do you know what Anna's been up to?
How?
I got it. You've been secretly keeping tabs on her, right?
Huh?
You found out she was dating your husband's brother and married him first. What's your game? That's so sneaky.
I didn't do that. Your crazy ideas never cease to amaze me. You are a terrible mother.
That's the only thing that makes sense. You were kicked out of the family.
She's my sister. Reality check, we've always been close. You and Dad cut ties with me, but we'd never cut ties with each other. And we've been meeting regularly for the past 10 years.
I never knew you and Anna's relationship was so close. It sounds like a joke. She probably thinks you're a mess too.
She actually said that?
No, but I bet she thought it. I can tell.
Why is she still hanging with you? A total mess.
Anna, what's up with this? Why didn't you spill the beans about Dakota, your hubby's bro's wife?
She made me swear not to say. Didn't want any drama before the big day.
So you're tight with her. What's the deal?
She's my sis. I was more bummed about you guys kicking her out over flunking med school once.
Huh? She's been a flop since forever. She's so cringe, don't you think?
I never once thought that about her. Mom, you're seriously messed up. You've always felt that way about her? I feel sorry for her.
You must have felt that way too, right?
I never thought that. Don't impose your beliefs on me. You just want me to think like you. I'm supposed to be your pride and joy. So you want me to share your views. I'm tired of your mindset.
You feel that way.
I hate you guys. That's why a few months after Dakota got kicked out, I left too.
Really?
You know it was her idea to invite you to my wedding. I was against it. There's some truth for you.
Her idea? What are you talking about?
Anyway, that's how it is. Today's the last time we'll ever see each other.
Hold up. Is this some kind of joke? I mean, if you hated me and Dad so much, you could have cut ties with us when you moved out, right? But you didn't, which means you still care. You even still visit.
That's not true. I was just in it for the allowance. I came home for some pocket money.
Huh? I never knew you were that much of a jerk.
What do you mean? You display the same behavior. Like mother, like daughter.
What was that speech all about?
What do you mean? I was just talking about my memories with my family.
You shouldn't talk about me and your dad like that. You made us look like fools.
I was just stating facts. If you think that's shameful, then what you guys did is shameful.
Stop kidding. That's not what happened at all.
You've always labeled me as a failure. You kicked me out for failing med school. Constantly insulted me, calling me a loser. Everything I said was true.
That's just family matters, though. That should be kept between family.
Family matters? What family are you talking about? Wasn't I disowned? I am free, and I am also free to do and speak as I want.
But there is no context.
The context is that you are a terrible mother. And even Anna can confirm it's all true.
So this is what the two of you are planning and scheming? It's really tasteless to humiliate Dad and me in public like that.
Calling your own daughter a failure or a loser is tasteless too. And you say that we have bad personalities? Well, you raised us, so...
You two are tag teaming me. This is the worst. Our reputation is ruined. Even the groom side is looking at us with suspicion.
You reap what you sow. You should reflect on that.
What's wrong with me calling you a loser? It's true, isn't it? You're still not doing anything worthwhile, are you? You just married a doctor and rode off into the sunset.
Well, I'm a doctor too.
Huh?
You didn't know that either? My husband and I met because of that.
You became a doctor since when?
Yeah, I studied hard, passed the med school exams, and worked my way up to become a doctor. There's nothing left for you to say to me now. And judging someone's worth by their profession isn't cool either.
I was wrong. Calling you a failure, that was wrong. I'm really sorry. It was all tough love, you know?
What I want you to understand isn't about that. If I hadn't become a doctor, I think you would have kept insulting me.
I get that, but...
You need to reflect on that. And I'm never going to forgive you. From now on, stay away from me and Anna.
Wait a sec. Okay, I get it. I'll reflect. Please, forgive me.
Not happening. I've made up my mind.
Please! If things continue like this, your dad and I won't be able to live without your trust. Is that okay with you? Are you abandoning us?
You're the one who cut ties with the family, remember?
Oh, don't be mean. I'll be a better mom next time.
You didn't give me a chance, so I'm doing the same. Anna! Congrats again on today. Sorry for all the drama.
I had a blast. I bet they learned their lesson. Serves them right. Especially Mom.
Cutting ties with Mom and Dad made it so the groom's family couldn't be involved with them either. If something like this happened in a gathering full of medical professionals, it would ruin them. It's gonna be tough for those two to continue as doctors.
They're just employees anyway. They're in for a rough ride ahead. Meh, I don't care. I'm never seeing them again.
Come to think of it, why didn't you cut ties with them? You said you wanted their financial support, but deep down, did you really care about them?
Honestly, it was just too much hassle.
What do you mean?
Cutting off family ties and all that seemed like too much trouble. If I got kicked out like you, it would have been easier to cut ties smoothly. And I needed the extra funds as well.
I see. That's so you.
Speaking of impressive, what about you? After getting kicked out, you studied hard, aced medical school, and even graduated top of your class. That's something else. I could never do that.
I just happen to be a genius, that's all. Their mother and father was kicked out of the venue. They also ended up gaining a bad reputation due to the incident. Furthermore, several nurses who worked under them accused them of inappropriate behavior within the hospital. It's surprising to hear that they not only looked down on their subordinates and staff, but also verbally abused patients. In the end, they couldn't work in the medical field anymore and disappeared from town, paying compensation to the nurses. They're probably living the humble life they once looked down upon now. By the way, Anna and I are still on good terms. The four of us, who married as siblings, are happily living together. Since we're all doctors, we hardly get any time off. But when we do meet up, it feels like hanging out with a group of friends.
Do you have a second, Rachel? There's something I need to talk to you about. Sure, Samantha, what's up? So here's the deal. I think you've been living off your parents for long enough now. Like, sure, you're the baby of the family and all, but don't you have any desire at all to stand on your own 2 feet? Do you really want to live with your mom forever? This is awfully sudden. To be honest, yes, I have thought about moving into my own apartment in the past. But Tom moved out after college, and he's been living with you ever since you got married. And my dad's been out of the picture for a really long time. So if I left, then my mom would be all by herself, and I don't want to do that to her. Oh, if that's all you're concerned about, let me assure you that you no longer have to stick around any longer. I may be just her daughter-in-law, but I love your mother, and she likes me a lot too. Even if you were to move away, I would be more than capable of taking care of her for you. Oh, I see. Well, that's very reassuring to hear, Samantha. Can I ask why you're bringing this up, though? Yeah, that's the real issue I wanted to talk to you about today. I know you're building a duplex right now for your mom, but you're not actually planning on living in it, are you? I'm not sure I understand what you mean, Samantha. You're right, I'm building it to make sure my mom has a comfortable place to live, but I was also planning on living in one of the units. Oh, come on, don't be ridiculous. You don't need to feel obligated to stick around to look after her or anything. I know this may seem kind of old-fashioned, but your brother is the firstborn of the family, right? So yeah, I married him assuming that one day I would be responsible for taking care of your mom. However, I'm not too interested in taking care of his sister, too. My hands are going to be full caring for one elderly woman. I don't want to have to babysit anyone else. That's an odd thing to say. I mean, the thought of having you babysit me, whatever that entails, has never even crossed my mind. I am fully capable of taking care of myself, so you don't need to worry about me. Thanks for your concern, though. Okay, maybe I wasn't being clear enough. It's not that I'm being concerned about you. Could you take a minute and look at things from my point of view? I'm the daughter-in-law of the family, right? Imagine me trying my hardest to make sure I stay in my mother-in-law's good graces. But then my sister-in-law is always right there, breathing down my neck. Do you get what I'm saying? No, Samantha, actually I don't. Are we still talking about the duplex I'm having built for us? That's exactly right, and I'm trying to tell you that you really should consider living on your own from now on. I mean, just because you're building a house for your mom doesn't mean you're under any obligation to actually live there, right? You've done a lot for your mom up until now. You've been a great daughter. So what if you just completely hand over the house to your mom as a sort of parting gift and start living your own life? Samantha, I'm really sorry, but I am not following you at all. I mean, why would I go to the trouble and expense of building a duplex just to go and live on my own? Could you please be more explicit about what you're trying to say? It's like I said earlier, Rachel. I want to do things the old-fashioned way. Your brother is the oldest child in the family, so it's up to him and me, his wife, to take care of your mom. That's all I'm saying. And what about you, Rachel? Don't you want to do anything else with your life? If you get married one day, then you might end up in the same position as me. You don't want to have to take care of two moms, do you? And the best way for us to be able to take care of your mom is for us to be living as close to her as possible. I'd say that if anyone is going to live in that duplex with her, it should be us. Oh, okay. I think I get what you're saying now. If that's really what you want, then I suppose you could always buy the house for my mom instead of me. Wow, is that really okay? Thanks for being so understanding, Rachel. I really appreciate this. I'm gonna go and tell Tom the great news. Talk to you later. Sure, talk to you later, I guess. Samantha, what's going on here? I just got to the house and all of my stuff has been thrown down by the curb. And your car is in the driveway. Are you the one who did this? Oh, you mean it's all still there? Oh, that's great news. I was wondering whether you were going to make it or not before the garbage trucks came around. So then it was you? You went into my house while I was away and threw all of my stuff out onto the curb? Hey now, I did no such thing. I didn't throw any of it. I carried it out and gently set it all down on the curb, all to save you the trouble of doing it yourself. A simple thank you would be nice. Once again, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you doing, Samantha? Why did you put all of my stuff down by the curb on garbage day? Oh, bless your heart, you really don't get it. This house isn't yours, Rachel. It's ours. And of course, by ours, I mean mine. You have no right to live here. I don't? Oh, come on. Are you just acting stupid or did you forget? You had the ownership of this house transferred over to my brother, right? You signed a contract and everything. Well, yeah, but the contract said that once the construction of the house was completed, all rights and responsibilities associated with this property would be transferred to Tom. Yeah, and now that the construction is done, that means it's mine. So this was your plan all along then? And my mom, what does she have to say about all of this? She said she'd rather not get stuck living with a high school dropout loser like you. But she agreed to live with me when I offered to build the house for her. What changed since then? I worked my magic. I've been dropping subtle hints on her for a long time now about how you would be unreliable for her. Like, she's been way too nice to you all these years. There's no way she'll be able to count on you when the chips are down. I mean, a high school dropout like you must be super hard up for money. I wouldn't put it past you to speed things along, if you know what I mean. If it means getting your hands on her inheritance, there's nothing you wouldn't do. This way, she both gets a house for free and she doesn't need to fear for her safety. I don't believe it. You somehow convinced my mother that I would try to kill her to get her inheritance? Well, to be honest, I'm not all that surprised. It wouldn't be the first time my mother has betrayed someone who trusted her for a selfish reason. Aw, are you getting a case of the sads? Oh, you poor thing. Anyway, get out. Thanks so much for the house, Rachel. It must have cost you a fortune. $700,000, in fact. But all right, Samantha. I'll leave. Wait, for real? Just like that? You're not gonna fight us for it or anything? Wow, that was way easier than I expected. Bye-bye, Rachel. I'll keep my promise and transfer the title once the work on the house is complete. There are still a few minor details to be worked out, but once that's done, it'll be all yours. So we have nothing more to talk about. Never contact me again.
Hey there, Rachel. I think I remember you telling me you were moving into the new house today. Well, how is it? Is it everything you imagined it would be?
Hey, Dad. Actually, Tom's wife, Samantha, kicked me out.
What? How? That isn't her house. That's the one that you bought for your mother. They can't kick you out. You can just kick them out.
Yeah, I mean, sure, I can. But she's not exactly what you would call a normal person. Like, I was only talking to the woman for 5 minutes and I already wanted to start ripping out my hair. So I gave up talking to them a while ago and started laying the groundwork for a plan B. You know, if the worst case scenario came to pass, which I think it's safe to say it has.
So you've been suspicious of them for some time now?
It's less that I was suspicious and more that she clearly had ill intent. But for what it's worth, I was ready the entire time to follow through with my promise to Mom. After all, despite everything that's happened, she did still raise me. But after what's just happened, I'm not going to put up with this.
I'm terribly sorry you had to deal with that, Rachel.
It's all right, Dad, don't worry. Like I said, I was prepared for this possibility. A while back, Tom started saying that he wanted to put the house in his name, so I made an agreement with him to do just that once the work on the house was finished. We signed a contract and everything. They think they managed to pull a quick one on me, but they've got another thing coming.
I can't believe your own brother would do that to you. It would seem that, unlike you, Tom took after your mother. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be criticizing her in front of you.
No, it's all right, Dad. The truth is that I got that sort of impression about Mom a long time ago, and the same goes for Tom. The two of them really are a lot alike, and not in a good way. They think that they have the upper hand now, but that won't last for very much longer. I purposefully only moved a small portion of my stuff into the house precisely because I thought this would happen. That's why I was so willing to leave when Samantha kicked me out.
Wow, it sounds like you've got them right where you want them.
I sure do. And by the way, Dad, there's something else I've been meaning to talk to you about.
What is it, Rachel?
When you left, Mom said that you were abandoning the family because you got tired of living with us. She made you sound like a total irresponsible jerk who didn't care about anybody but yourself. But I've had the feeling for quite some time now that she wasn't telling us the whole story. That's why I started talking to you again a few years ago. And my suspicions were confirmed when she threw in her hat with Tom and Samantha. All these years, I've been nothing but good to her. I've paid for all of her living expenses since I was old enough to work, and then she goes and stabs me in the back. I was young and stupid. She told me that it was a child's responsibility to take care of their parents, and I believed her. But now I realize that she'd just been brainwashing me. I'm right, aren't I?
I had a feeling that she would tell you something like that about me. Rachel, I feel like I can tell you this now that you're older, but your mother has indeed been lying to you. I never abandoned you, not for 1 second. But I was young and foolish at the time, just like you. I thought that giving her everything that she wanted would be the best way to protect you. God, I'm so sorry, Rachel.
You gave her everything she wanted? What does that mean?
As you seem to have figured out by yourself, I didn't simply up and abandon you all. The truth is that there were quite a few reasons that things didn't work out between your mother and I. The chiefest among them being that she was cheating on me.
What? She was cheating on you?
Yes, and when I confronted her about it, she went absolutely berserk. She said that I had no right to judge her for what she did while I was away at work. So I told her that if she wants to fool around with other men, that's fine. Divorce me, give me the kids, and go do what you wish. But then she told me that she would never relinquish custody. She didn't admit this, but the only reason she wanted to keep you was so she could take more money from me after the divorce. She would get both alimony and child support payments so she would never have to work again. You were a baby at the time, and your brother was still in diapers, so I felt like I couldn't take you away from your mother. I wasn't very happy with the outcome, but I honestly felt that allowing the two of you to believe in a fantasy version of your mother would be for the best. I left and swore that I would never tell you the truth about what happened. I was such a fool. Please forgive me.
I found out you had been sending her money when I snuck a peek at her bank statement several years ago, but I never knew that any of that happened. So it's true then, she was lying about you to us so she could steal all the money you were giving her. We thought you weren't giving us a dime. Not only that, she made me drop out of high school and work to pay the bills. How could she do that to me?
And it seems your brother has married a woman just like her.
I think you're right about that, Dad. She was the one who first contacted me about putting the house in Tom's name. She's the brains of the operation, he's just along for the ride. And now she's trying to make me buy them a house to kick me out to the curb? You're right, that's practically the same thing that Mom did to you.
The apple didn't fall far from the tree, and the tree is rotten to the core.
Thanks for telling me the truth, Dad. I know it must have been hard, but thanks to you, I know I don't need to hold back on them anymore. It makes me think about all the sob stories Mom used to tell us about you. She claimed that you leaving us sent her into a depression that was so bad that she couldn't work. And it's thanks to that I've been stuck with taking care of her all this time. I even built a duplex so I could stay close to her once she started getting older. She tried to play herself off as the victim of your betrayal, but she was the one stabbing you and me in the back. That settles it. I'm going to crush all three of them. And that damned house along with them. Rachel, what happened? My house, it's gone. There's nothing left at all. It's like a tornado came through and blew it all away. Nah, it wasn't a tornado, just some heavy equipment. I had the house torn down. After all, I was the one who had the house built in the first place. What do you think? Impressive, right? I sure picked a good company to do the demolition. They had the entire thing torn down while the three of you were gone for the weekend on vacation. Do you need any houses torn down? I can give you their number if you want. I don't even have a house anymore, thanks to you. What are we supposed to do now? Where are we going to live? I don't know. Wherever you feel like, I guess. It's not really my problem. You're a big girl, aren't you? I think you can handle finding an apartment or something without my help. You've got a nice plot of land there, though. Why not build a house of your own there? Are you joking? How are we supposed to build a new house like this? Tom just found out what happened and he's losing his mind. Why does he have to pay back the loan that you took out to build the house? Do I really have to explain that to you? I mean, this is pretty basic stuff. That entire property is now legally Tom's property. And that means that all the rights and responsibilities associated with it are also Tom's. That means he's on the hook for paying the loan. I was under the impression that you knew that was the case when you pressured me into signing the house over to you guys. But why do we have to pay for a house that isn't even there anymore? I mean, you tore down the house. What gave you the right to do that? Again, this is quite simple. The contract I signed with Tom stated that the land and house would become his property once the work on the house was completed. Yeah, and it was completed. You moved in. Actually, no. They didn't put the mailbox up on the side of the road yet, so it wasn't completed. I called the contractor and made a few little alterations to the order. Now that the work is finished and the mailbox is up, the house is all yours. You did this on purpose! Of course I did. Do you really think I was dumb enough to just sign over all the rights to a house that I was paying for? Well, duh. I mean, you dropped out of high school. Only idiots do that. And that miscalculation of yours was what allowed me to trick you guys so easily. You know, if you got outplayed by a high school dropout, and high school dropouts are dumb, that makes you even dumber than a high school dropout. Oh, aren't you clever? I bet you feel really good about yourself, don't you? How immature can you be? How immature could I be? Well, let's see. I suppose I could always go into your house and throw all your stuff onto the curb. Wouldn't that be immature? Oh, and then after I do it, I could also stand in the window flipping you the bird while you pick all your stuff up. That would be pretty immature, wouldn't you say so, Samantha? Well, congratulations, Rachel. You got me. You got me real good, didn't you? But aren't you forgetting something? You didn't just destroy my house. This was your mom's house, too. Weren't you going to give her this house to thank her for everything she did for you? Yeah, I was going to do that, but then I realized that everything she ever told me was a lie. She's done nothing but use me and abuse me my entire life. I mean, she went along with your dastardly scheme to kick me out of my own house, right? What kind of parent would do that to their own child? The very fact that she sided with her daughter-in-law over her own daughter shows what a backstabbing snake that woman is. It's no surprise that my dad ditched her. Wait a minute. You mean you've been talking to your dad? What sort of nonsense has he been telling you? Tom told me that he's a total deadbeat who ditched you guys to go on some weird journey to find himself. If he really was a deadbeat, why would he continue to send his ex-wife and children money every month to make sure all their needs were met? He's been sending your mom money? I never heard about that. Yes, it's not something my mom would like anyone else to know. But that means your dad has money, right? Okay, then we don't need you after all. We'll just go ask him for help building a new house. I don't think he'll be very willing to help you guys out. Oh yeah? What makes you say that? Because he's the one who helped me tear down that house. What? I never told you what my dad does for a living, did I? He owns his own demolition company, one of the biggest in the area, actually. And you can see why, right? He completely leveled that house practically overnight. I don't believe you. Why are you teaming up with your dad to screw over your mom? Your mom's the one who's been taking care of you since you were a baby. And this is how you repay her? Do you have any idea how much pain this is going to cause your mom? Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. And that's what makes it feel so good. She lied to me about my dad, making him out to be the bad guy. But even still, my dad didn't tell us the truth because he was trying to protect us. Not only that, she forced me to work to support her despite taking money from him. No way. You mean everything your mom said about him was a lie? Every last word. I was shocked myself. It was like my entire world came crashing down around me. And then there's my brother. I don't know how much he knows about my dad, but he should know better than to listen to you. He's a willing participant in your scheme to cheat me out of my house. So as far as I'm concerned, all three of you are nothing to me anymore. You declared war against me, and I'm not going down without a fight. Hold on, Rachel. Let's calm down for a second and talk things out, okay? I get it. You're mad that we kicked you out of your house, and I'm sorry. I guess maybe we were a little tiny bit out of line. But trust me, Tom is already angry enough for the both of you. He's yelling at me that this is all my fault for making you angry, so what do you say, Rachel? Can we find some way to make amends? Make amends? With you? What's in it for me? If you're telling me that you're going to build a new house for me and let me live there for free, then maybe we could work something out. But that's not what this is it? You're just going to try and get me to pay off the loan for you and build a new house for you and let you live there with me? Am I right? Well, yeah, I'm right. And I don't really see how I would benefit from all that. I tried to give you guys a chance. I was willing to let you guys live in that house with Mom and me. But then you went and tried to have it all for yourselves. And now that it's gone, you want to be all buddy-buddy with me and live together as one big happy family? Yeah, that ain't happening. I'm not so naive as to think you've suddenly had a change of heart. If given the chance, you would do the exact same thing to me every single time. And I'm not going to give you that chance ever again. Please, Rachel, don't be like that. Everyone went along with what I said, and thanks to that, we don't have a place to live anymore. Both Tom and your mom are really mad at me. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. When we first kicked you out of the house, everyone was so happy. We even went on that vacation to celebrate. And I knew all along that this is what kind of people you all were. You were all perfectly willing to stab someone in the back, even a family member, if it meant you would benefit somehow. And now you're all acting like crabs in a boiling pot of water, trying to pull each other down as you try to get out. I'm just going to go and grab my popcorn to snack on while I watch your downfall. Just as I thought, the three of them went back and forth trading blame for what happened. Tom and my mom blamed Samantha because she's the one who came up with the scheme. Meanwhile, Samantha said that my mom shouldn't have lied to us about my dad. Also that Tom shouldn't be such a mama's boy. And to be honest, they all kind of have a point. But in the end, Samantha and Tom ended up getting divorced. After that, my mom tried to come crawling back to me. She gave me this whole sob story about how lonely she was while my dad was at work and how he never gave her the attention she needed. But I know too much now. I'll never be able to trust her again. I told her that I don't want anything to do with her ever again. She is not my mother anymore. Tom tried his best to get out of the loan, but after talking with a bunch of different lawyers, he realized he was stuck. He had to move into a cheap, run-down apartment close to his office. As for me, my dad and I have started meeting up a few times a month for dinner. We have a lot of lost time to make up for. I had been saving up money to pay for the house, but since I don't need to worry about that anymore, I decided to start my own business. The future is looking brighter and brighter every day. It's a joke that a high school dropout loser like you would want to be coming to my wedding now, right? Sorry, but if you were serious about that, you're not allowed to come. Ray? What are you talking about right now? I understand that that's your wedding and all, but that also happens to be my older brother's wedding, and I plan to be there for him. He's already invited me to it himself and said that he has someone special there he'd like me to meet with. Now, the fact that you just started to call me a loser for being a high school dropout as well is a bit... Well, let's just say I don't like you calling me that, okay? So how about you leave me be and just ignore the fact that I'll be there with my brother's guests? Oh, you don't like that? Does it really matter, though, what a high school dropout loser likes and doesn't like? I'm sure you don't even understand those feelings you have anyway. Honestly, it's too crazy that someone in this day and age never graduated from high school even. I guess your parents really gave up on you, didn't they? I can't even begin to comprehend how the little sister of a doctor like Grayson ended up being you. It really makes me wonder what went through your parents' minds at the time. I can see you're having a ball there talking without getting any reactions from me. But, Ray, you do realize that I am much older than you, right? I know that you're my brother's fiancé right now, but in terms of who's had more experience on this earth, it's me. So at the very least, you should just be a little bit more considerate of what all I've had to go through. And I mean that very seriously. We're supposed to become family pretty soon here once you've married Grayson, yet the way you're treating me right now leaves a lot to be desired. To be frank, I'm a bit worried about how things will play out for you. Great point. You are, in fact, 6 years older than me, right? And what I've heard is that you're that age, yet you still haven't gone back to get a GPD and are just running around freelancing and doing nothing else. Are you not embarrassed to be like that? Well, I never said that I'm a freelancer right now. I just got back to the US and will be here for a little bit, so since I haven't been having to work at all lately, I've been picking up some odd jobs to keep myself busy. And soon I'll be heading away again to go back to my actual job. Well, that all doesn't really matter to me anyway. All I really care to say here is that a lowlife like yourself will not fit in well at my wedding. How about you think about the kind of person you are before making your next move? I'm sure that even Grayson wants you to start thinking about who you are to everybody else more. You think he does? I'm not sure that's the case, but it was him who invited me out to his wedding in the first place. That was just him being kind, right? I'm sure that since he's your family, he thought that he had to do that, or else he'd be making himself look bad to the rest of the family, right? Grayson is just a really nice guy. I really don't think that's why he invited me. If it really is the case that you don't want me coming to your wedding at all, then, well, I guess I have no other choice, do I? But I'm going to talk with my brother about that first before I make my final choice. The whole reason I want to be at your wedding is for the sake of my brother and nobody else. Have you still not come around to realizing that my happiness only comes when Grayson is happy? Of course you haven't, because you're just an idiot who knows nothing at all. You say that you're older than me, yet I feel bad that your brain doesn't develop alongside the rest of you. This is the first time I've ever been slandered so much by another person who I barely even know. I can tell that talking with you isn't getting us anywhere, so I'll be going. I'll go and have a talk with my older brother, and then after that, I'll see what I decide to do. About your wedding, it's still all right if I come to it, right? I just had a talk with Ray, and she doesn't really seem to think too highly of me.
What? Why not? What all did she say to you as her reason why? And as for the wedding, it's meant for my family. So of course it's still alright that you come.
I've always noticed that Ray has had something against me, but recently it seems that her hatred towards me is only growing stronger and stronger. And I'm thinking that because she'll be married to you now, she wants to get rid of me entirely. It seems that she has this misconception of me, all because I'm a high school dropout.
Does she feel that way because you never ended up getting the equivalent of a high school diploma before working? I've already explained to her that you didn't go to school in the US, so the system was different. But I guess she's always said she understood me and never said anything bad about you.
Well, that's just the kind of person she is. She wants to make you happy, and she knows that making poor comments about me would upset you. If you think I'm going to get in the way of things at your wedding, I'm more than happy not to come. I'll celebrate with you in another way. How does that sound to you?
What are you talking about? Aren't you wanting to meet with the hospital's owner?
That's right. Fred's going to be there.
Well, of course he's going to be there, since he's my boss and wants to celebrate with me. You rarely ever get to come see me, so I wanted to make sure that the both of you could meet at my wedding. He already said to me that he's looking forward to it. It seems like he has a lot of things he'd like to ask and talk about with you.
Is that so? Then I guess there's no way I can miss out on that wedding of yours.
Everything Ray has been saying to you is just one big misconception of you. I'll make sure to go and set her out straight. Don't worry about her. I want you to be at my wedding, no matter what.
I wonder if Ray will really be willing to listen to what you say to her.
I'm sure it's not wrong for you to wonder that. Anyhow, I want you at my wedding. Not only as my little sister, but for the sake of meeting with my boss.
Understood. If you're asking me that much, then I guess there's no way I can say no. Then I'll see you on your wedding day. And while I'm there, I'll make sure to keep some distance from Ray as to not start anything that would ruin the day. I've actually been really looking forward to this wedding of yours. You found your seat, right? So if you're really wanting to stick around to watch the whole wedding, then that's the seat you're going to have to sit in. I think that seat is perfect for you. Ray, what is going on here exactly? From what I've seen, my seat is the only one outside the room you'll be having your wedding in. This has to be some kind of joke or prank, right? It's not some joke, though, and not a prank. Even the lady at the front desk was surprised when she realized the location of my seat. Are you not embarrassed to have done something as petty as this to me? Don't you think that this is a little bit too childish of a thing to do for someone your age? Say whatever you'd like about it, you high school dropout. I do not want someone like you getting in the way of my wedding with an elite doctor. And since you still could not understand what I wanted, I did the best I could to get you to understand that today. All of those warnings I gave to you, and yet you still came waltzing in here like there was no problems in sight. Really, aren't you embarrassed by the way you've been acting? I'm not ashamed at all of what I've done. But if that's all you still have to say to me, then my only option really is to leave this place. Are you okay with me not attending your wedding today? I want you out of here right now. An elite doctor doesn't need some kind of sad excuse for a little sister like you anymore when he'll have me now. But hey, can you at least thank me for getting a seat set up for you? Did you come to the wedding of 2 doctors in hopes of finding yourself a man? Excuse me? As far as I know, you're not a doctor, right? Only Grayson is. I'm sure you wouldn't be able to understand what that meant, being someone without a high school diploma. I work as a doctor's assistant in the hospital, and that means I have a history working as a doctor. Huh? I've made sure that you have a seat out in the hallway so that you can enjoy the sounds of our wedding if you want. Appreciate the fact that I'm even letting trash like you into the same building as 2 doctors' wedding.
Who do you think you are saying that to her?
What? That was just my brother, and it seems that the hospital's owner saw what you've been trying to do to me. Huh? The hospital's owner? Who are you talking about? I'm pretty sure you'll figure that out here pretty soon. Now I'll be going. Tell everyone that I was forced to go home by you. And I'll let my brother know that I'm leaving now too. I'm sure that you'll be regretting everything really quick here, but that's none of my concern now. Please enjoy whatever's going to be left of your wedding today. That's even if you can still have one. Willow, where are you right now? Answer your phone right now. No, just get back to my wedding. What's that? Why are you talking like nothing crazy just happened between you and I? I thought that we both came to the conclusion that I couldn't be at your wedding anymore after what you said and did to me. You think I really enjoyed having to look at my phone as you went off on me about not having a high school diploma and that I'm not good enough to be around my brother? I'm sorry, but that'll really hurt me and will not go away now just because you want me back there so badly. That's not what I'm talking about right now. Things have changed. So could you please come back here right now for me? I'll apologize for whatever I said to you earlier. It's too late for your apologies now, Ray. What? Why is it too late? Don't say things like that to me. You think you have the right to tell me when I can and cannot forgive you? After you just kicked me out of your wedding in such a way that even shocked my brother and the hospital's owner? Calling me a lowlife all because I never graduated from high school. You acted in such a way in front of people like Fred that even he no longer wants anything to do with you. And now my brother is pissed off at you for all of that, right? But Willow, I didn't think that old geezer would actually turn out to be Grayson's boss. What was that? Aren't you starting to work for the hospital as well now? Yet you still don't recognize the man that runs and owns the hospital? When I interviewed for my position, I never met with the owner. So of course I was never going to know about him. I give up then. You really wanted to work for a hospital like that with that kind of lacking enthusiasm? Well, it's not like that has anything to do with me now. And from what I've heard, it sounds like Fred has had enough of you as well. And my brother is very, very upset with you right now, is he not? What the hell is going on here? Why the hell do you, of all people, know Grayson's boss so well? Well, that's because I was part of the surgery team that went in and helped with Fred's brain surgery. You're lying, right? Then that means everything they were just talking about is true. You heard about this from Grayson? Or did Fred come up to you and explain his relationship to me? I don't really care who you heard it from, really. Just know that it's the truth. I know that you've been calling me a high school dropout loser all the time, but that right there is a very huge and upsetting misconception on your part. My brother never said anything to you about me being a loser for the path I've chosen, because the only thing he's told you is that since middle school, I've studied overseas. Wait, sure, I heard all of that from him, but that means your last bit of education within the States was from middle school, right? In other words, that means you never graduated from high school, right? Are you kidding me? You thought that just automatically meant I dropped out of high school and did nothing with my life? Why would I ever have a reason for doing that? After I came back from studying in Europe, I came back to the States and made sure to test for the licensing that I've needed. Which means you've never had the right to make fun of me or treat me like I'm worthless, like you've been doing this entire time. I'm sure it's too late to be learning about this now, though, right? If you did graduate from high school, then you could have been at the wedding had you just told me the truth. And had you just listened to what I was saying and listened to what my brother was saying, neither of us ever said that I dropped out of high school and never got a diploma or anything. You were the one that just chose to ignore the both of us and make up your own story for me so that you could make fun of me, right? I'm so sorry about that. Look, I just apologized to you, right? Right? So things are okay now, right? I had no idea, all right? I never thought that you, of all people, became a surgeon, a brain surgeon at that. Had I known that, then I would have never done any of those things to you. This was all just a misunderstanding on our parts, okay? Now, forgive me. The thing is, though, this isn't a problem where I can just forgive you and everything will go away, right? I am over dealing with someone as self-centered as you. I have nothing else that I want to talk with you about over the phone, and I sure do not want to see your face again. To tell you the truth, I'm happy you made this decision for us. Don't say something like that, please. You and I are supposed to become family now, right? I'll apologize for all the things I'd been making fun of you for before, okay? Let's just change the way we think of one another and have you come back to this wedding, okay? If you don't come back here soon, Grayson said he'll have this whole wedding canceled. The hospital's owner is already left and gone home. But as long as you come back here, I'm sure everything will be just fine. As sisters-in-law, let's both you and I start to behave well with one another, okay? Okay? No thanks. Why won't you come here? I am asking you with every ounce of my body here. It doesn't matter how much you beg me to come back. I don't care about you anymore. I like to think that this helped my brother finally come to an understanding of things as well. And he's going to rethink a lot of things now regarding him and you. What? Rethink things regarding him and I? What do you mean? He and I are already technically married, so there's nothing he needs to rethink now, right? There have been a lot of things about you that I've brought up to Grayson that I've said are very strange. And that's led to him hold off on handing in your marriage papers, all right? What? Huh? What are you talking about right now? This is the first time I'm hearing about this. So you're saying that Grayson is still not gone and handed in our marriage papers to the courthouse? But he and I are living with one another now. I'm pretty sure, knowing my brother, he's explained all of this to you once before. He's not the kind of person that you are, where he'd just go do everything without talking to anyone about it first. And from what he told me before today, he was going to hold off on handing in any of the official documents until after the wedding had finished and he got a proper read of you. What? He talked about something like that? Grayson's told me that a lot of the times that he comes up to talk with you, you just sit there on your phone and never even look him in the eyes. Is that true? Perhaps that's the reason you never hear about anything he says to you about the more important things in your relationship. He found the way you behaved rather strange and, quite frankly, rude. And it was because of the way you acted with him that he wanted to wait and see what happened at the wedding. What do you think about giving up on marrying him now? Huh? You think I should just give up now? We're already at our wedding now, so there's no way we can say that. The fact that you're trying to ruin our marriage now is just the worst. I don't think I'm getting in the way of your marriage to Grayson. It's just that after all the things you've done, your best bet is to stop thinking about becoming Grayson's wife. By the way, you're the only one to blame for all of this. But there's no way our marriage is not going to happen, right? I've already gone and told everyone that I'm going to become the wife of a doctor. If I'm embarrassed this badly by you all, then my parents will be finally forced to disown me. If you're embarrassed? So you're not already embarrassed by everything you've done today? I guess you just don't get it, do you? Today you went and embarrassed your fiancé, Grayson. It wouldn't really matter if it was the other way around, since you're neither a doctor nor someone with a lot of worth. But my brother Grayson, he's the head doctor of that hospital and has a lot of people that rely on him and his image. Yet now everyone knows about how his bride went and did something terrible in front of his boss, in front of that hospital's owner. Do you still plan to embarrass my brother more or something? I told you I didn't know he was the owner of the hospital. If I'm not able to marry Grayson, then I'm going to be in huge trouble, okay? We already work within the same hospital, so things would sour there. And I've already went and bragged about how I'm going to become a doctor's wife to everyone. And like I was saying, you're not even married to him yet. I think this just goes to show that you have less common sense than most high school dropouts do. Anyways, making fun of me for being one when A, I never was one, and B, you're much worse than one. Now how about you stop trying to keep things going with Grayson before you embarrass him even more? But I will not allow this wedding and our marriage to not happen. You and the owner of the hospital have nothing to do with our marriage, right? This marriage is just between Grayson and I. If you really think that this marriage is going to end now, then it has to happen at the hands of Grayson himself. And if he really does choose to do that, then I'm going to get a settlement from him for ruining my life. What's that? A settlement? Absolutely. I've had to go through all this hell, and I shouldn't have had to go through any more because of my own fiancé, right? And if this wedding is really canceled and Grayson calls off the plans of marrying me, I'll have every right of getting one. And I'm getting it from you because of all the crap you've done to me that caused this. I knew it. I knew something like this might end up happening with someone as dumb as you. Ray, this pretty much means that you've not learned one thing about what you've done wrong today then, right? I haven't done anything wrong. I get that I just apologized to you, but that was just a lie on my part to try and get you to come back here. Yet you're still not coming back, and because that's going to cause this wedding to be canceled, I'm going to make you pay for the damages. Make sure you pay me every single penny I ask for. I think that my brother and I wouldn't have any issues paying you a settlement, but it's not going to be him or I that have to pay a settlement, but you, right? Huh? What are you talking about? Why do you think that I'd have to pay for anything? I'm the one that's about to lose my wedding and marriage. I'm going to get my money from you both. And then after that, you will be going to my parents apologizing for what you've done to me. You're the one who should be apologizing, though. Is this some kind of a childish joke? What do you mean by that? Man, people like you, Ray. You really thought that you could get this far without someone learning about how you've cheated on my brother and stolen money from his wallet? What? Hold on a second. What was that? Stop trying to make up lies about me now, all right? I'm going to sue you for trying to defame me next if you keep that up, you frickin' lowlife. If I'm a lowlife, then what does that make you? Are you considered a monster or something? Or are you worse than a simple monster? My brother has known for a while now that you've probably been with someone besides him. But we were both hoping that with the wedding coming up, you'd stop going out with that other man. My brother's been told a lot lately that he's getting older now and should be getting married soon. So he didn't want to have to break up with you and find someone else and took his chances. I haven't been cheating on him. Wasting your time telling that to me won't get you anywhere. All I'm saying is that my brother knows about what you've been up to, so you should talk with him about your predicament now. That also means that you have no right to a settlement from him since you've been with another man while dating him and have been stealing his money. If anything, he has the right to get a settlement from you if he wants to do so. Sure, he and I might have been trying our best to not worry about what you were up to while engaged, but today you show that there's really no point in being married to you, so now he can fight back and put you in the ground. I never stole anything from him either. I would never do any of those things. Like I said, there's no reason to be wasting your time telling me all those things, as I'm not the victim. You should be saying that to my brother, but it most likely won't do anything there either, since he's a whole lot smarter than you. It's funny to think about your way of thinking. This whole time, my brother's been taking good care of you while you've cheated on him and taken his money. Then come the day that we tell you we found out and that your chances of marrying him are gone, you want to get a settlement to sue? I think with the sloppily put together boat that you're in, you should stop trying to rock it so much. But Grayson never said anything to me about how he knew all along. That's because my brother is very kind and was still in love with you even though you were actively harming him. What? So he was in love with me that whole time? I never wanted to have him leave me. Oh, but now it's too late to try and win him back. Is it too late? It's very late now. I'm happy to hear that you finally started to realize that, but you've already gone and taken things way too far with all of this. So I'm not really sure what will happen to you next. I just think that if you go out looking for another man as nice as my brother, you're going to be looking for a needle in a haystack. Now, I have to go. From now on, you'd better stop making things up about other people's education just so that you can pick on them all you want.
I'm sorry about what happened a few days ago. Things got really crazy then. I think I can get in touch with my boss and set up a dinner for us to all go to and have the talk he'd been wanting to have.
I'm fine after all that, but can the same be said for you, Grayson? Have things between you and Ray really calmed down at all since then?
Ray finally got around to realizing all the wrongs that she'd committed, and even came to me apologizing for them all.
What? Ray can actually do something as adult-like as that?
But I made it very clear to her that something like marriage between her and I could never happen. So I told her to leave me. And I told her I would not be getting a settlement from her.
Is that so? Well, that sounds like something only someone as kind as you could do.
I'm really thankful that you helped me realize all the horrible things about Ray there last minute. The next time you make a trip back to the States, I'd love to have you come and work for us.
I'm still unsure about moving back to the States long term, though. Grayson, for the time being, please take care of yourself. Make sure that you don't end up being used by someone again because of your kindness.
I know. I think I'm going to be putting most of my focus into my work again.
I'm going to start doing the same thing. Then, let's both do our best. Have a great time back at work, Dr. Grayson. See you then. In the end, any talks about still getting married vanished, and that job Ray had only started working in the hospital was ended as well. Surprisingly, Ray actually learned her lesson after all of that and has gone over to my mom and dad's house plenty of times now to show them just how sorry she is. I think she's finally starting to see just how nice and rare of a man my brother is. And that's why every time she comes over to their house apologizing, she asks them about him and if he'd ever be willing to take her back. But of course, that is never going to be happening, as my brother is completely ignoring her now, just like I had been wanting him to do all along. I've heard that after the wedding failed and Ray had to leave Grayson's house, her parents both did exactly as she was saying they'd do and disowned her. They didn't do it because she couldn't get married to a doctor, though, but because of the fact that she had done so many terrible things to him and I, even though they scolded her plenty back when she was in high school for acting that way with men. I'm not sure what she's going to do with her life now, but considering that my brother never forced her to pay him a settlement or anything, that man she cheated on him with should still be around, right? Maybe it's time she went and married him instead, since she thought that he was worth cheating on a doctor for in the first place. As for myself and Fred, the owner of that hospital, we did go out for dinner with my brother before I left, but after being asked if I'd like to come and work at his hospital again, I had to explain to him that it wasn't going to happen yet. You see, I have this man that I met in Europe, and things have been going so well between us that I might just stay there for the rest of my life with him. But I haven't explained that to anyone in my family yet because I want to make sure he's really the right man for me, so that we can avoid another incident like this last one. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.